We had a young gorilla born 6 weeks ago, and unfortunately with the circumstances she wasn't able to go with mum. Mum was really quite poorly and she was delivered by caesarean section, which in itself was quite rare. So we've been hand rearing her with the full intention of trying to introduce her back with our family when she's ready and when it's safe to do so. She has 3 mums and 1 dad at the moment, so there's 4 of us who, you know, kind of share the load really, just to make it practical. But we all take it in turn to look after her during the day and at night as well. Obviously she requires 24-hour care at the moment. And in the day she spends all of her time within our gorilla house, next to our gorilla family, so we can start building up the relationship between them all. But then obviously at night she's home with us, where we all try and get some sleep. You know, mostly she's kind of on my arm or, you know, on my front somewhere, and she gets fed every 2 to 3 hours. But in the day, just like the gorilla group are, they're nice and active. She has periods when she sleeps, periods when she's playing and interacting with them. And then just like they would do come 7 o'clock at night, you know, they bed down for the night, build a nest, and they're asleep for 12 hours. And although she wakes sort of every 2 to 3 hours for a bottle in the night, she sleeps pretty much for the evening. I sleep downstairs, so I'm not disturbing the rest of the family. So I get my bed set up for the evening. Might watch a little bit of telly, make a cup of tea, but I'm always aware of feeds and then trying to get myself some sleep in between those feeds. You know, obviously, just like you are when you've got young babies at home, you're snatching sleep kind of where you can. She's doing really, really well. She's getting stronger and stronger by the day. One of the hand rearing team went on holiday last week, and she's come back and said just how much she's developed in the week that she was gone. And just something in her strength, you know, how well she's learning to climb. She's not very coordinated with her movements yet, so she's learning how to use her arms and her legs. And again, just like a human baby do, you know, they have to learn all this thing. So to see them just kind of flailing around with their arms, we don't know what to do with them, is kind of what we've seen for the last 6 weeks. So we're getting a bit more coordination now. We finally named her Afia. Obviously for the first couple of weeks you dare not name anything, because you don't know how well they're going to do, and she was really quite, you know, very compromised start to life, so we didn't want to preempt anything. But the keepers have worked really, really hard, you know, in terms of looking after this animal and bringing her on. So we did want to have the option to name her and give her something that really suited her. But at the same time, there was quite a few different opinions over which name would be most suitable. So in the end, we came to a short list of 3, and we put it out to public vote. We asked the public to help us in choosing their favourite. And we came up with Afia, which means Friday born child in one of the African dialects. And she was born on a Friday evening, so it's quite appropriate. And it's also quite a pretty name as well. So I can see it lasting, you know, the 50 years, hopefully, that she'll be with us.